Hello everybody, it's Sarah and today I am obviously not at home. I'm at my mom's place because I can't film at home, so that's why I have a different background. Today I want to wrap up my reading of December a little bit as well as of 2017, and I want to tell you a little bit what I want to do in 2018 as far as my channel goes, as well as what I am planning to read. I want to start with the December wrap-up. The first book that I finished in December was Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson, which is the third book in the Stormlight Archived series. Of course, it was amazing. Of course, I loved it. It's Brandon Sanderson. I don't think I can not absolutely love any of Brandon Sanderson's books. I think so far this book was my favorite in the Stormlight Archived series, and I definitely plan on filming a review. However, I am waiting for a friend to finish the book so we can film the review together. Then I also started another book in December, and that was the illustrated version of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I got it for Christmas last year and didn't start it. However, I did get this beauty for Christmas this year, so I thought it was time that I finally get behind that so I can then continue reading Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, since this is my favorite out of all the Harry Potter books. That was my December wrap-up. As far as my wrap-up of 2017 goes, I can't really film a top 10 favorite books of 2017 since I only read like 12 or 13 books. However, I have to say probably Oathbringer was my favorite book of the year. Aside from that, I really enjoyed the two books that I read from the Nevernight Chronicles. I really enjoyed the other Brandon Sanderson books that I read this year, but I feel like I kind of had a meh reading year. I'm not even as far as my reading slump goes, since I did not read a lot of books. Also just the books that I read. I feel like if I read so few books, each and every book should be more in my memory than it is, and I'm kind of just like, no, I actually can't really remember what happened in the books. I can't really remember how I felt reading the books, and it was just all kind of meh. So not the best reading year, but hopefully 2018 will be better. Which brings me to the future and what I want to do in the next year. So I already neglected my channel again, even though I basically just started in September, and I think for me it will be easier if I go back to scheduled uploading days, and for me that will be Wednesday now. I want to try to upload every Wednesday. I want to have the only excuse to not upload if I'm gone for such a long time that I just can't pre-film anything. This video actually should have gone up the past Wednesday, but because of different reasons I just didn't manage with the filming and editing. It's a good start to the year, I guess, but that's as far as my book related videos go. And if I film any videos that have to do with K-pop, aside from talking about my favorite songs of the month in a wrap-up, I want to do that additionally to my booktube stuff. So that's as far as my channel goes in 2018. As far as my TBR goes, I don't really have a TBR. I also have talked about that before. I don't really like setting a TBR. One of the type of books that I want to read a lot more in 2018 are non-fiction books. I already talked about that, I think last year sometime, or like the year before that, 2016. But for me, I study anthropology and economics, and I am really interested in both subjects, but I feel like right now I only read what I'm required to read to pass my exams, and I'm not really reading because it's actually something that's interesting and that I'm interested in, that I want to learn more about, and I want to just dive deeper in both of those subjects, especially economics. And I feel like it's just necessary for me, and it's something that I want to do, and so maybe I will even sometimes upload like small reviews on non-fiction books. Let's see how that goes, but it's definitely something that I want to do. Then I want to finally finish or get close to finishing my Brandon Sanderson readings. So I kind of want to try to finish all books that Brandon Sanderson has published this year. I probably won't manage, but I might, because as far as I remember, there are no big books left by him that I have to read, but only like the Alcatraz series, the Rhythmathist. They're all thinner books, so I hope that I will get close to that and maybe finish all of Brandon Sanderson's books this year. And the last thing, series, books that I want to read this year, I decided to join the Readalong for the Wheel of Time. If you're also interested, I will leave the hosts and the Goodreads group and all the information in the description box down below, the introduction videos, so go and check those out. I already started with The Eye of the World, even though I have not yet finished Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, because it's just like really hard to read such a big book on the subway. And so far I really like the writing, even though I have only like read 20 pages or something, and I kind of see this as an extension of my I want to read all of Brandon Sanderson's books, because he did finish the series and it's just one of the biggest fantasy series, and it's just, I feel like as an avid fantasy reader I have to read this sooner or later, and since there's a read along this year I will just join, even though I probably won't manage all 14, I think, books this year. So I think that was it as far as reading goes in 2017 and 2018. I will now continue filming and uploading also my K-pop songs list. I will leave it in the description box down below. All my social media are also in the description box down below as well, so you can go and check those out. Tell me in the comments what you read in 2017, what you plan on reading in 2018. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe, and I hope I'll see you soon. Bye!